Oh, hello everybody. It's Sunday and we are fixing Sunday dinner today. We're having roast, rice and gravy. I think maybe some fried okra, and I know the correct pronunciation is okra, but we've always called it okra, so that's what we're going with. And then, I don't know, maybe green salad or something.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so what I've got here is a bowl that I've already prepped. I've cut up onions, I've got carrots. I had one lonely sweet potato left over. I cut that up, and baby potatoes or new potatoes, and about a whole clove of garlic. So I've got that ready. So right now I'm going to sear the roast on both sides, and then I will throw all this on top of it, season it up real well, and we'll throw it in the oven. So, Chas, you want to bring it over here?
Let me get the camera for it. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm the good cameraman.
Oh, you are. All right, so I've got bacon grease down here in the bottom. And so I'm going to brown this roast on this side. The other side, take it out and then put this other small one in. Have another small one over here.
The baby one.
Yeah, brown it up and then I'll throw it all in there. So when I get them, when I get it ready to flip it, I'll bring you back and you'll see. Yo, not at Mama's face. It's a little blinding. This is ready to flip. See the little brown on that side? I'll get this side the same way. Do the other one, and then we'll get all of our seasoning sitting out here. We'll be ready to put it all together.
Yeah, because we're just browning it. You're not searing it like a steak. It just needs a little color.
Right, right. You can sear it. I've done it both ways, but I have this in bacon grease, and you know, bacon grease can get pretty hot. And I don't want to burn it. I just want a good little golden brown on it, and then we'll cook it in the oven. Okay, so we've got both sides browned. I've got them both, and they are wedged in there. Time for a little seasoning. We're going to do a little accent.
Love it.
Yeah, you got to have accent on meat. Come on. A little meat tenderizer.
Yes.
I'm not putting our house seasoning on this, just because it does have brown sugar in it. And I love it on pork and chicken, and I love it on a steak as well. But a roast, no. So, little meat tenderizer. Now, I've not used this. It's the Cajun two-step, but my daughter says it's wonderful. And considering I'm out of seasoned salt, and this was what was in the cabinet, this is what we're going with.
It really is delicious. It has such good flavor in that thing.
All right, pork so stand by. A little salt, a little pep. I gotta add some water to this. And you can, at this point, add beef broth. But there's so much flavor in this roast here, and there's fat, and it's gonna cook and make its own. And I normally would put celery in here with my other fixings that I'm fixing to throw on. I don't have any celery either. I was gonna put a can of celery soup. But the Princess camera person was, Mama, don't mess up the gravy, don't mess up the gravy.
It will change the gravy.
I don't think so, but the juice that results from cooking this roast, I take and add, I make a little slurry, and I'll show you when we get to it, cornstarch and water, and thicken it up, and that's what they pour over the rice, and that's what she's worried about.
You do not mess with perfection. You just, I bet nobody else would like it. It's because it's not because it isn't good, but because it is different and is not what we want. Bay leaf.
2 bay leaves, just for why not.
You don't alter a classic.
This is the way Gamey fixed it, so this is the way I've always fixed it. Like my children's used to. Let's put a little paprika in there just because I love it.
I swear that woman puts paprika on everything.
I love paprika. So let's add all of our bowl of goodies here with no celery.
I know.
And I thought I had celery salt I was going to compensate, or celery seed, which normally I do. But again, cabinets are bare.
I'm just going to point out that I did ask if I should go get celery, and I offered my celery seed and celery salt.
She did, but did she bring it? No. Offering's great, but follow through with the offer.
I want
okay?
you to know that Flo over here will say, no, I've got some. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. That's going to be a lot of
What is
potatoes.
That is a lot of potatoes.
And ain't like you people won't eat them.
I
I'm
do
making
love the
rice
potatoes.
for the gravy, but they like the potatoes too. So,
Mashed potatoes is also quite the controversy.
it is.
I
Some will
love
mash.
mashed potatoes with it. And
She does.
I'm gonna point out, is in our cast iron Dutch oven. I love that thing.
If
You cook anything in that.
You ever cook with one, you'll be ruined. Iron skillets.
They're spectacular. And anything that we use, if you're curious about, we have in our bio
Yeah.
because
I want to show the water level.
okay.
If you can see, it's right here. I'd say, I don't know, maybe 2 inches from the top. Don't fill it all the way up because this is going to get hot. It's going to boil. It's going to, and a lot of these will, I don't want to use the word melt away, but they will cook 2 pieces. And so it's going to, and that's what makes the juices good. But when you put too much water in there and it gets that hot and there's so much in there, it's going to boil over all over your oven. So be careful with the water. You can always add water or add more to it. Where's Mama's lid? Oh, here it is. But when you got to clean that kitchen up, the oven, not a fun time. All right, you see this is not sealing, but as this cooks, it will seal. Oh, man, Jimmy Crickets is that. All right, now this is gonna cook a couple hours, y'all. I've only got it on 350. I don't want to fast cook. I want a slow simmering cook so it'll be juicy and tender. And it's 2 o'clock, so probably about 4:30 I'll check it. And if I need to add anything, I will at that point. So we got it out of the oven. I took all the vegetables out. They're on top. I'm gonna pull this roast out right now. And I don't know if I told y'all before, I cooked it on 350. And it took, I actually cooked it about 2.5 hours. Well, that's a big taste. It's pretty hot, baby.
I don't know if y'all can see this. Yum.
I know, right?
I don't know if that's seen that or not, but
This needs to be hot and boiling. And I am going to add a little bit more water to it. Not that it's not perfect, but I want to make a little extra gravy. Alright, so to make the slurry, and all that is some type of flour. I'm using cornstarch. And let's do, this is a tablespoon. Let's do we'll do 2.5 tablespoons. And it just dissolves right into the water. Let this come to the boil, and then I'll show you when I pour it in. Yeah, so one thing I'm going to add to this, just because my game always did, it's a chicken bouquet. It's browning in seasoning sauce. But you can just look at the color it adds. It makes it such a, see it boiling up, how dark it is now. Want it thick as like brown gravy or something like that. This is a much more thinner gravy than any of that would be. I think that's about right. Let that come to a good boil. Let's give her a little taste.
hear the grunting in the background. That is my son tearing some chicken up.
Yes, I'm double dipping. I'm using the same spoon. It'll be all right. I gave birth to these children. They can actually eat off a spoon I've licked on them. I know, that's your favorite, isn't it?
It's my favorite.
All right, y'all see, get one more quick look with it boiling. This is ready. It's thick. As thick as it needs to be. It's going to go over rice and the roast. All I'm going to do is turn this off and put the lid on it.